Welcome back, Wrestling Warriors. Here on Matt Mysteries, we drop fresh WWE news every day. Subscribe and let's suplex our way into the stories. Monday Night Raw in December 2025 delivered one of the most talked-about moments of the year. A reveal that instantly reshaped the show's biggest storylines and sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. For weeks, fans had been watching a strange mystery unfold, as a masked figure interfered in matches, disrupted outcomes, and inserted himself into the lives of Raw's top stars. This wasn't a random storyline twist or a one-off appearance. It was a slow burn that built tension week after week, and when the truth finally came out, it changed the direction of Raw in a single night. The rise of the masked mystery. The mystery attacker became one of Raw's most compelling unanswered questions. Appearing without warning, this masked individual altered matches, distracted competitors, and disappeared just as quickly as he arrived. His actions didn't feel reckless. They felt planned. Each appearance added another layer of intrigue, and fans quickly realized this wasn't just about chaos for chaos's sake. Whoever was behind the mask clearly had a purpose, and WWE leaned heavily into the suspense, allowing speculation to grow with every episode. Survivor Series and the turning point. The storyline reached a critical point at Survivor Series War Games, when the masked figure entered the cage and influenced the outcome of one of the night's most important matches. His involvement helped the Vision, a dominant and increasingly powerful faction, secure a victory that few expected. That moment elevated the mystery from a weekly curiosity to a major narrative thread. Suddenly, this wasn't just about interference. It was about power, control, and influence over the entire Raw roster. December 15th, the night the mask came off. Everything changed on the December 15th edition of Raw. The show opened with a tense atmosphere, and the main event between Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul already had fans invested. Midway through the match, the masked figure appeared yet again, shifting momentum and altering the flow of the contest. When CM Punk rushed to ringside to confront him, the mystery man retreated through the crowd. Then, in a moment that stunned the arena, he removed the mask, revealing his identity in full view of the fans. Austin Theory steps back into the spotlight. The man under the mask was Austin Theory. After weeks of speculation, the reveal confirmed what many suspected, but still didn't fully believe. Theory, once positioned as one of WWE's most promising young stars, had been absent from television for months. His return in this manner instantly restored his relevance and placed him at the center of Raw's most important story. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a reinvention, signaling that Theory was ready to redefine his role in WWE. Why the reveal matters. Austin Theory's reveal wasn't shocking just because of who he is, but because of what it means. It confirmed that the chaos on Raw had direction and intent. Theory wasn't acting alone or randomly. He was executing a strategy. By inserting himself into high-profile matches and rivalries, he forced the spotlight back onto himself. In one moment, Theory went from a forgotten name to a central figure connected to CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and the most powerful faction on the brand. The CM Punk reaction. Immediately after the reveal, the focus shifted backstage to CM Punk, whose frustration had been building for weeks. Punk had repeatedly been affected by the masked figure's actions, and now he finally had a face to confront. His reaction was raw and emotional, reinforcing why fans connect with him so deeply. Punk doesn't just see Theory as an opponent. He sees him as someone who deliberately undermined his momentum, and that personal edge adds fuel to what comes next. Roman Reigns enters the equation. Roman Reigns' presence in this storyline adds a completely different layer. Unlike Punk, Reigns approaches conflict with calculation and control. He doesn't react emotionally. He studies the board. Theory's actions disrupt the balance of power on Raw, and that alone makes him a problem in Roman's eyes. When Reigns stood watching the chaos unfold, silent but focused, it became clear that this wasn't just Punk's fight anymore. The Vision's growing influence. Austin Theory's alignment with the Vision makes this story even more compelling. Managed by Paul Heyman and built around imposing figures like Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Logan Paul, the Vision represents authority and dominance on Raw. Theory's role within the group isn't about strength alone. He brings manipulation, timing, and psychological warfare, making the faction even more dangerous now that his identity is public. Mask Off. Theory's message. The day after Raw, Austin. Theory posted 2 simple words online. Mask off. The message was short but powerful. It wasn't just about revealing his identity. It was about declaring a new phase of his career. Theory is no longer hiding or working in the shadows. He wants confrontation, attention, and acknowledgement. That confidence, whether fans love it or hate it, is exactly what makes him a compelling antagonist moving forward. Punk and Reigns. An uneasy alignment. CM Punk and Roman Reigns have a complicated history, defined by tension, rivalry, and mutual distrust. They are fundamentally different performers with different philosophies. Punk fights with emotion and principle, while Reigns operates with strategy and dominance. Yet when faced with a common threat, alliances of convenience become possible. Their shared focus on theory creates a fascinating dynamic that could drive Raw's storytelling for months. What WWE can do next. WWE now stands at a crossroads with this storyline, and the next steps are crucial. A direct confrontation, whether backstage or in the ring, would allow Punk and Reigns to verbally dismantle theory and establish stakes. Alternatively, the Vision could assert its dominance by surrounding the situation, reminding everyone that theory is backed by serious power. A formal challenge, contract signing, or high-profile match announcement would give structure to the chaos and move the story forward with purpose. Fan reaction and engagement. Fan response to the reveal has been divided, but that's not a bad thing. Some viewers loved the twist, others felt it was predictable, and many are simply curious about what happens next. Debate fuels engagement, and engagement keeps storylines alive. The important thing is that people are talking, speculating, and tuning in to see the fallout, which is exactly what WWE wants at this stage. A prediction for next week. Looking ahead, the most likely scenario is a tense confrontation that escalates quickly. Punk and Reigns confronting Theory could lead to a breakdown involving members of the Vision, setting the stage for a major multi-man match or tag team showdown at an upcoming premium live event. This approach allows WWE to keep all parties strong while continuing to build anticipation. A storyline with real potential. Austin Theory's reveal wasn't the end of the mystery. It was the beginning of something bigger. By placing him opposite CM Punk and Roman Reigns, WWE has created a storyline rich with contrast, history, and long-term potential. If paced correctly, this angle could define Raw through early 2026, delivering the kind of layered storytelling that keeps fans invested week after week. Final thoughts. This storyline works because it feels intentional. Nothing about the reveal feels accidental, and every character involved has a clear motivation. Austin Theory is reclaiming relevance. CM Punk is defending his pride. Roman Reigns is protecting his position, and the Vision is expanding its influence. Raw now has a central narrative that connects multiple stars, and the weeks ahead will determine just how powerful this story becomes.